All right. Yes, we're live on Facebook and YouTube, everybody. Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hello.
Let me turn this on here. We're going to go live with the Wisdom app too. So if you want to check that out, highly recommend it. There's cool people on there besides us doing kind of the same thing, talking about whatever, I don't know, whatever tickles their fancy, I guess. Minus the tickle, because that's ours. So back off.
Yeah, we tickle pickles. Someone else can have whatever.
Nobody touches the pickle like we do.
Can't steal ours. Steal our thunder and lightning.
That's right. So we're going to start the show here just in 1 second. I'll get this all queued up and ready to go. Devin's got a funny joke. I'm pretty sure of that.
Oh yeah, I do have a funny joke. I heard it on the radio. Heard it on the Bobby Bones show, and I was like, "That's good. I'm already down."
Bobby Bones. Okay, all right.
Nice, Bobby Bones in the morning.
Look, look at what's that say? Can you read that?
Oh, that's the beer.
Yeah, you had that beer?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's so good. When it's hot out, oh.
I have In-N-Out burger.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So we're both repping food. Food and beverage.
Which go hand in hand.
Exactly. Like good burger and beer. Am I?
Well, I think if you're ready, I'm ready. What time is it? Oh, we got
57.
2 minutes. You got some water? What are you drinking tonight?
Coffee.
What?
I know. Well, I was like, I want to take a nap, but I was scared to take a nap and I'll wake up. So I got some coffee.
It's 6 o'clock.
I know. It won't keep me up. I'm tired. I'll pass out right after this.
Oh my gosh. You need to.
What? I've been up since 4:20.
4:20? Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, oh, they must not drug test at that new place you're working at.
They do. But there's other stuff I can do.
Oh my gosh, you're too funny.
What are you drinking?
Just water, H2O.
Oh, keeping it basic this week.
Yeah, I called in sick today. My kiddo was we were up late last night with her. She had a rough go of it, a little pukey, sore throat.
Aww, poor Pete.
Yeah, so I took a nap today. I lounged. That's pretty much what we did today. So
that's good.
Yeah, it was okay, but she just felt so bad. I just there's not much you can do. Just try to keep her comfy.
Right. Yeah.
Fighting through whatever's going on. I mean, she's in school now, so that's what's going to happen.
Ooh, get used to that. It's going to be like a bi-weekly thing in your household now. Trust me.
Good thing we got sick days coming back up. I'm going to refresh those things.
Oh, yeah. In June or May or whatever.
June. Yeah, June 1st. Yep. Hey, I bid 4 weeks. I got every week I asked for. No question.
Nice.
Because I'm middle of the pecking pole now. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, August 1st. I got August 1st off.
Nice. What's August 1st?
Just, I mean, you can never get August off as a newbie hire.
Oh, yeah. September, October, or September, August. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Trash. So pretty stoked about that. And I got a bunch of people booked. I got my good friend Lindsay coming out, and then my good friend Travers. My parents got their plane ticket. Everyone's got plane tickets.
Oh, what the heck? How fun.
Yeah, man. This year is full. Pickens' house is jammed. So it's going to be a fun year. Everyone's excited. Hopefully they come when we do this so we can put them in the seat here. And I'll have to.
That'd be fun. Have a guest on the show.
Yeah. Well, like live guest, like in-person guest.
In-person guest. Oh yeah, we did have a guest. Sorry, Jacob.
You were more.
I was barely a part of that show. So.
I think you were more of the guest, actually.
Yeah, that's why it's like, oh, we have never had a guest, but I've been your guest.
Jeez. All right, let's get this baby fired up here. I'll fire up this, and then you can hit us with a funny joke. Ready? Here we go. Let's go.
Hey, Kyle. Why can't basketball players go on vacation?
Go on basketball. I have no idea.
They aren't allowed to travel.
Real banger there. That's a good one. I like it. Fitting for March Madness that we're in right now, right?
Oh, it's exactly where I got that from.
Nice. Yeah, welcome into Light Tickle, everybody. I hope your bracket is screwed because I have a feeling most people's are. I'm not one to play, but I have a bunch of friends, and it never goes the way they're predicting it to go. So, but on that note, UT is still rolling, I think. So that's good for me. Tennessee, the college I delivered to,
Yeah, touchdown here and there. Go get them, Tigers.
Touchdown.
Just kidding.
Oh, I forget.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I know
Sports a
these
lot over there. The women are still winning too, so they're both going.
Hey,
They're still
let's go.
rolling. So I mean, I think that's pretty that doesn't happen very often from what I hear, but I don't know much about it either. So we'll just move on from that. This is Light Tickle. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, and we're running simulcast with the Wisdom app. I don't know if anyone's checked it out. I kind of shared a little with Devin. I've shared Garen actually talked to me. I think he probably talked to you last week.
Yes, he did.
Running some stuff by us makes me feel like we're special, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
we're in the podcasting industry on some level.
Yes.
So
Podmasters right here. Bow down.
He's like, I'm working on some stuff, and sent us some samples, and
Yeah.
asked for our honest opinion. And I told him
Mhm.
when he got a hold of me, I said, your levels are a little off on this and that, and he
Yeah.
corrected it, sent it to me again. I was like, that sounds great, man. Good work. So you do the
I'm
same to you
excited.
too?
Heck yeah, give me a sample of it. I was like, oof, that's good. I made the
know.
cut. I was like, heck yeah.
I know you and I was like,
One for
hey,
the team.
Devin's on there. We're on there. All right.
Yeah.
That
I
was
sound
fun.
stupid, but whatever.
It's funny he did that because I've always wanted to do that. Go back through all my back episodes and just chop out, you know, little pieces of stuff. And I still may do that just for the fact that I'm kind of running dry on the content on that side. So I might go back and start doing a little best of, or just a highlight show, like 15-minute little polls and stuff. But
You should.
I know it's a lot of work. I mean, that's what he did isn't easy. I mean, you got to sit
I
there and
believe
listen to
it.
stuff, and then timestamp it, and then chop it out, and then edit it all together, make it flow. So I mean, it's fun though. It's something fun to do. So
Mhm.
you keep me busy. This is a show that happens bi-weekly, but I feel
Yes.
like I spend both weeks kind of getting ready for it.
Yeah, finding clips and then doing it,
Yeah.
and then making the video. I make Instagram and Facebook afterwards, or a little like trailer for the show, I guess. I don't know.
And I
That
really try
takes
not
time.
to, I really try not to jam it into the last, like, oh geez, it's you know, Wednesday or Tuesday. I got to get this figured out. No, I don't want to do that. So
Yeah, I don't do that either. Nope. Just kidding.
never, Devin
Guilty.
never does that.
Never night before am I in here like trying to get it all ready.
So like I said before, we are live, and if you want to partake, we would really appreciate anybody jumping on. We can bring your comments on. If you're on the Wisdom app, we could do a call in on that too. So you can jump on here if you have something Devin speaks to or I speak to that you want to echo on, then you come on in and check it out.
And we'll do it live.
All right. On the note of podcasting, value for value, which is what this podcast is too. We have not any new value, but I did tell Devin this before. The Wisdom app did pull in like 17 new followers, and I think that's pretty good. One person said, hey, I really like the show. So we did get a message. He was saying,
Yes.
I like what you guys are doing. Keep it up. So
Heck
appreciate
yeah.
that.
Our pleasure.
That's from Dude Therapy is the name of his show. So yeah, I need to check
Sounds
it
like a
out.
therapy session. So
It kind of
It's
is. It's really
fitting.
just, it's just like, what's Devin's head going on? What's going on in my head? We just let you in just a little bit. Just a
yes, it's a little peak. You couldn't handle it. Trust me.
tiny. Yeah. Too much. We might get reported. I don't
A little
know.
bit. Yeah, you might get shut down.
So yeah, that's about all I got for that. We're getting some traction on that. I think the podcasting numbers are rising a little bit too. I haven't checked that, but Dev, you posted that last episode, and then we did it off time, so that kind of hurt our live, I think, a little bit. But
Oh yeah, they were not ready for us.
yeah, not on Tuesday. I wasn't ready on Tuesday. It threw off
Oh, yeah.
everything. So we did
Just
it though.
worked out.
It was
At
a
least we
good
got it
show.
out.
It was a good show.
It was
I
fun.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So tonight we have we got, what do you got? 2 clips? I got 2 clips.
Yes, I got 2. Or I got 2 segments, 3 clips total.
Oh, you got a 2-parter?
Yes.
Oh, damn, right on. Well, I think I don't know. Is there anything else you want to get to real quick? Any emails or anything that we're missing, or?
No emails. Haven't really gotten anything exciting to share. If we're gonna plug anything, Bert Kreischer has a new special on Netflix called Razzle Dazzle. Yes, Razzle Dazzle. Did you watch it?
I have not. I need to.
I sent it to you. I was dying. I was watching it, or I was listening to it in my truck because you can listen to it, you don't have to watch it. And I was just dying over this one part of him making fun of his wife. I was like driving out to the North Pit, all like blah, 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 in my truck, just like crying. I was like, "This is good."
Is that
So-
does he take his shirt off in that special?
Yeah, every time he does. Every
Okay. I was say I've seen
show.
clips and stuff, so I didn't know. It could be that. I don't.
Yeah, he likes to free the nipple. So
Oh,
that
okay. I like it.
was a pretty good little something to watch on TV.
Okay, perfect. I'll have to check that out. You did send that to me. I saw it, and I have been cruising around Netflix looking for trouble, so that might be just something that I need. Any
Something to do.
recommendations for you? Oh, I sent you.
How excited you got?
Yeah, I just remembered because that happened. Was that yesterday or 2 days ago? I sent you the Louder with Crowder with Alex Jones on it.
What?
The podcast.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the funny guys.
Yeah,
It's like a funny no agenda.
well, Steve Crowder is like a stand-up comedian, but he also does political satire and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So, yeah, I was listening to that. I'm like, oh, I think Devin would enjoy this because they hit a lot of points that you kind of echo at the same time, but
Yep.
they put it in a really funny format. So that was something I was
Yeah.
like, and you text me back, you're like, this is funny.
It was pretty funny. I was entertained.
Yeah, super. I told my wife, I was like, you need to listen to that because Alex Jones just gets buck wild. So it's fun to listen to that. But
Yeah, I like it.
all right. Well, I think ladies first tonight, I think, because if you're gonna do that, I'll do mine and then you got day in history at the end, right?
Yeah, I do.
What you're laughing already. This is all right.
I'm
Hit
just
me with
like
your best shot. Let's
I
see
guess
it.
I'm nervous because I'm taking like a total different turn, like something
What?
out of my league. This is all for you. This is all for you, Kyle. I just recently heard about this. I actually heard it first on Two Bears, One Cave.
Okay.
This guy who was talking to Tom Segura about this live golf in Iraq, or Saudi Arabia.
So I think it's Saudi backed. So it has oil money attached to it in some level or another, or blood money, they like to say. But
yes. And so he was just saying, he's like, he got all like intense for a second when they started talking about it. He's like, oh yeah, this and that, and PGA Tour and blah blah blah. But Tom was kind of like on a tangent, not paying attention, and like it didn't get picked up. But I picked it up, and I was like, what is he talking about? And then Girls Gotta Eat started talking about a movie called Full Swing on Netflix. Have you seen that?
Yes, of course. They're coming out with the second one. So I already watched the full.
Oh, right. Season. It's a series. Sorry, not a movie. Or I don't know, whatever it's on.
It's like the Formula One, the Drive one.
Oh, okay.
They follow them around for a season. They pick like a golfer or a driver, and they follow them around through their season and talk about ins and outs, ups and downs, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's really good if you like golf.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like golf.
Or drama. It's kind of drama based.
I kind of want to watch it for like the drama part and for like the political side of this. So
okay,
I'm gonna put my clip, and then I want to hear. Oh, I'll put my clip, and then I want to get your take on what you think about Liv. But this clip is Tucker Carlson, your favorite.
I think you have a crush on him. I don't even listen.
It's like an adjacent crush because you love him so much. I'm like, all right, I love him too.
I don't actually ever listen to him, but.
I guess that one time I brought him on, you're just like, oh, you got like so like hyped up over it. You got to warn me when he comes on.
No. I think I was more just impressed that that's a lane that you're keeping an ear on. That's what it was. I mean, my family, not me, but my wife's family comes here and they watch Fox News. That's this on in the background. It drives me bananas. It's just rant after rant. I'm like, I just like what you're doing, where you find just a
something entertaining,
a minute and a half, little bit that means something, because the rest of it's just a bunch of bull crap as far as I can tell.
Well, it's like the news, so you know.
It is, but it's the other side of the news, which is too far the other way. But
it is. It's a little just too much. Like shoo.
You get nuggets. You get nuggets everywhere. I got nuggets for you tonight too. So
well.
You first though. Go for it.
Okay, here we go.
You spent 6 years on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
You were one of the best young players in college. How did you wind up here? This is a controversial choice, according to a lot of people.
Definitely. A lot of opportunity. That was the first and foremost thing. There was a new opportunity to do something different in the game of golf. I've always been a bit of a trendsetter. When I was growing up, I always thought that I'd do something cool in the game of golf. I didn't know what it would be. Now that I see this, I know this is a big part of it. And the reason I say that is because I've always thought that golf has to start to tailor to the younger generation if we want to continue to grow the game. I'm all about growth in the game of golf. And I think that as time has gone on, this opportunity with Live Golf, the way it's structured from an investment perspective, also from a enjoyment perspective, an entertainment perspective, all has a possibility to do things that the game of golf has never seen before.
When you talk to people about Live, they suggest that there's been a violation of some kind of unspoken honor code in golf, where you're going to change the culture of golf and make it more vulgar, more populist, less honorable. I know you hear versions of that. I'm not sure I'm describing it exactly right, but the spirit of golf is being somehow despoiled or desecrated by this. How do you respond to that?
Well, the spirit of golf, look, I think that in every industry, no matter what it is, it's always been changing, innovating, right? And golf, I don't think, is anything different. Over the course of time, if we want to continue to grow the game or make the game more interesting, if you're going to keep it with hickory shafts and a balata ball and no technology, people are not going to be interested by that. We've got to find ways to make it more interesting, whether it's a new format, teams. That's personally one of my favorite things about live golf is the team aspect. No, I think it's enhancing the spirit of the game.
What do you think?
Well,
Yeah.
man, there's there's a lot to unpack in that. But who was that, by the way?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh, DeChambeau.
DeChambeau. Yeah.
Yeah. That guy's been trying to set trends by being the longest hitter, and he's been doing a lot of other things too. But that's one of his big things was how far he could hit the ball was pretty much farther than anybody else could on the PGA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he went, and I mean, check out his workouts he was doing. I mean, he was just crushing balls like 320, 330, sometimes 340. It was ridiculous.
Huh. I don't know what that means, but that sounds cool.
340 yards, like yard.
Oh, okay.
Like 350. I mean, he was getting the ball out there, but he was like the pro PGA guys were watching him, and how he was swinging is so much torque on your body that's not. I mean, even the golf swing's not normal, but anyways, he was just really ranking on. It's like, how long can you last before you injure yourself?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, just like in any sport, your injury goes up the higher you perform, the harder you push, and all that stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, man, there is a lot of controversy. You should watch that Netflix special because they talk about that because a lot of big golfers said, "I'm going to go do this."
Yeah,
because. And the middle age, DeChambeau's a little younger. The DJ went over there. A couple other golfers went over there to that. And it pretty much guarantees you a payout just to sign up and show up. You're getting paid. And ultimately, I think that's what it comes down to for these guys is to make money. I mean, they love the game, but the PGA is getting so stacked up that to win a major, one out of, I think like 150 people start in a 4-day event. And it chops you down each day. So like Thursday's the first day, and then it goes Friday, and then you don't make the cut. You don't get to the weekend. You don't get paid. So you got to make 2 days before you can even get. It's kind of money. Yeah, and it's a lot of traveling, and they got to cover that all themselves. So I get where they're coming from because the Live pretty much takes care of everything. They get to come out to these courses, but the biggest downfall I found, I tried watching some of that on it's on CW, which isn't a great look in the first place. It's weird to watch sports on the CW, but they don't have the courses. The PGA is built off of the Masters, the Championship, the Scottsdale, like, the Waste Management. These tournaments are the draw for people. It's not so much the player, but when you're watching the Masters, you're like, how are they going to navigate this hole that everybody knows so well because we've seen it every year for decades, right? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of fun to watch these players play a course, not so much just watching the player. Which is why Tiger is always in the mix when he plays at the Masters, because that's a course that he knows how to work around. Doesn't matter how far you hit the ball. DeChambeau went there and he was crushing the ball. He sucked. He didn't even make it to the weekend because he kept hitting it out in the woods. I'm like, doesn't matter if you can drive the ball 400 yards. Right. You need to be in the fairway and set yourself up for the next shot. And it's all about workability. So the Live is playing these courses that are nice, but nobody knows what they are. I don't know where they're at. It looks like a lot of them are in tropical, so maybe they are over in Saudi Arabia. I have no idea, but the money's good. They get to wear shorts and they get to wear like a t-shirt. It's very casual, and it's kind of weird because you haven't watched it yet, but they have a running leaderboard down the left side, and it has like everybody has like a logo. Like somebody would have this on their shirt, on their hat, and that's what's on the side of the running board.
Okay, like as for them.
Yeah, it's very strange. It's very, I guess it's trying to be a new wave, right? Like what they said, trying to appeal to the younger crowd. And that's what golf is really trying to grasp at, because the older people, the country club stuffiness, all that stuff, they're trying to get away from that and make it more, I don't know, appealing, I guess.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of money to be had in golf, but there's also takes a lot of money to play golf. So that's the other problem. It's not something that if someone's lower on the income scale, like can go spend oh, let's go spend $110 for a round today. When it's like, no, dude, keep the lights on, get some groceries.
Right.
You know, that's the choice they make.
Priorities.
So I'm kind of mixed on it. I get the point. It's splitting it. It's taking a lot of good golfers and pulling them out of the PGA, which is giving these young guys that got their PGA card in the last year or two opportunities that they wouldn't have had with when DJ and all DeChambeau, all these guys show up to a tournament, only one can win it.
Gotcha.
So Spieth, and I mean, you got Rory, you got all these guys that it's just impossible. You have to have the stars align basically to win.
To get it.
So,
Yeah.
oh, golf is boring, Kevin. I know, but this is something I care about. Piss off, Kevin.
I know. You see how much he just talked right now? This name, that name. I'm just like, I don't know.
I know. Well, you started it, so I'm just saying.
Hey, I did this for you. I did find it very interesting because of I guess there are conspiracies of how it's where all their money comes from, and obviously it's Saudi Arabia, like 9/11. Like, why would we go support that? But like you said, like PGA, like unless you're like at the top, you're not going to make money.
Yeah.
And I read and live, like even like if you come in last place, you make like 120, you make some big amount. I don't know what it was, but you still win something. Even in last place, you still win something. So I can see the appeal.
Live is invite only, so it's not like you can just show up. You have to get invited to be on that tour. So they're picking, like, they want the best of the best for the ratings. They're going to bring the ratings with them. But I don't know, man. I'm watching it. I'm curious to see how it plays out. I mean, I think a healthy competition is always good, but I would be damned to say the PGA is not corrupt in some ways either. But they are.
Of course not. It's a monopoly. What do you think?
Yeah. So that's why they're so
Everything
pissed, because somebody's stepping on their toes, and I mean, it's kind of like the XFL. It's all like that stuff. But nothing
What's
can
the
ever.
XFL?
It's like the alternative NFL, like the guys that can't make it NFL go and play this.
Like the B League.
Yeah, I mean, I think The Rock actually, Dwayne Johnson was putting it on, so it's kind of
how cool.
A lot of good athletes aren't good enough to play in the NFL because that's the elite. So it's kind of the check down league, kind of like what Ice Cube did for the basketball. There's a league that was. There's all these leagues have underneath leagues now. So golf's just kind of behind if you look at it that way, I guess, technically.
Right. It's like NASCAR, and then Kevin's not the elite, so he's in whatever he does.
Yeah, is he still in here? I hope he is. I hope he heard that. Shit's weak, Kev.
His brother's in NASCAR, but then he's in here, and then his hot sister is somewhere out cheering both of them on. Just kidding, Kevin.
He's gonna walk away now.
I know. Shut up, goes.
Carlos even says, sounds interesting. I'm getting him roped into golf a little bit.
Oh, so Rock owns it. What'd you say? XNFL? XFL?
No. I don't think it's that one. Maybe it is. Maybe Carlos knows. But yeah, Rock owns something. So does Ice Cube. He owns like a basketball league where it's the guys that couldn't make the cut or stay out of trouble, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know it.
The big NFL, NBA all like you to be straight and narrow too. So
they're all decent human beings.
Yeah.
Outstanding citizens.
Once you're in, go ahead and do what you want. But you just coming in, we got to keep you.
Yes, we had a Oregon Duck football player who was from Alabama or something. Did you hear about that?
No, recently.
Recently, like this year, he's they brought him over here from whatever state he's from, and he was involved in like some shooting here in town. And so Dan Lanning was like the one on TV and was like, "Yeah, we don't tolerate that," so he's off the team. And then it later came out that he had nothing to do with it. So and so he's back on the team. So it's like trash. Can't get away with anything. Okay, so
they've had problems there, but thank you for that. That was nice of you to think of.
I'm not done. I got one more for you. So going back onto the whole conspiracy of this whole thing, or not conspiracy, but the whole like, should you support it, whatever. I saw this clip. I thought it was funny. So here.
To unlock the potential for the game of golf to truly grow.
It's certainly a chance for the players' bank balances to grow and for Saudi Arabia to pursue its goals. For golf more broadly, we'll see. And as the series began, it tweeted, "Shot just got real." Indeed it did, as we see golfers try to explain where, if at all, they draw the line.
If Vladimir Putin had a tournament, would you play that?
Speculation. I'm not even going to comment on speculation.
No comment on that question. And in their own different ways, the golfers have been making this point.
We're not politicians. I know you guys hate that expression, but we're really not, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I like his accent. So, Kyle, would you support it if Vladimir Putin was hosting?
I just
plead the fifth.
Golfers are one of the few things that really don't, like you said, they don't really get political. They don't talk about anything. When they do their exit interview from the tournament, it's really like, had a good day, hit the ball well. It's all the same stuff. So he's not wrong about that. They don't speak to anything outside of their lane, which is nowadays
That's
kind of nice, I guess.
Yeah, for reals.
I'd say hockey players and
yeah,
maybe only hockey is the other one that doesn't, like LeBron James is ruining the world with his antics and stuff because he is probably the greatest basketball player of our lifetime. But every time he opens his mouth, he loses more support, I feel like. But
I have been seeing that he's been getting a lot of heat recently, but I haven't seen what it was about. So I guess it's
he's coming to the tail end of his career, so he's trying to figure out his next move, and I don't think he's pivoting very well, if you know what I mean. Another basketball term.
Pivot.
Carlos does say The Rock does own the XFL, so there you go. That I did not know that. I know he was involved. I didn't know if he owned it, but yeah, when you got that much money, why not go and buy it?
I know, what the heck? I want that much money.
They always say if you can't buy a real team, buy a subpar team. That's what I always say.
Or if you can't play for one, buy your own. Make your own.
No, he did. I think he did play football. I'm pretty confident.
I think he did play football. You're right. Before he did WWE, and then now he's a famous actor.
Yeah. Well, I think he still goes back and does some wrestling too every once in a while. But
really,
I think so. Why wouldn't you? I mean,
that's hard on your body. All these WWE people are becoming actors, like John Cena. He's got like a full head of hair now, and he's an actor.
Yeah, no, that's true. Well, I mean, hey, you gotta make your move. I mean, Tom Brady's not gonna play football anymore, but he's gonna be making more money being an announcer, probably.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
I don't know. Probably. Why not? He's gonna take Tony Romo's spot on NFL. Talking about stuff you don't know. Never mind.
What?
No, I don't know. It's about collecting money, and if you watch that documentary, it's really gonna. Ian Poulter's a guy that's been around he's been playing golf for as long as I've watched it. So easily 25 years, probably he's been playing. He's an older guy, and he's got this standard of living he's built for his family, the house, all this stuff. And if you don't win tournaments, you don't make money.
Yeah.
So he had to make a decision.
Yeah.
It's like you and I would have to do that. We do that on a smaller scale of like, is this job working out for me, or do I need to go where I can guarantee that I'm going to get this much or whatever. So I can't fault somebody for taking care of their family. And I mean, it might look bad to the traditional people, I guess, because golf's kind of that way, but I don't know. We'll see.
You like that?
That was good. That was a two-parter.
That's a little golf segment for you.
Okay.
Little two-parter, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that was cool. You went off and I was like, damn, he knows this stuff. I should call my dad.
A little bit. Okay. I like that. I will. I have to give him a call.
Yeah, my dad and my brother love golf.
No,
they're nerds.
Introduce me. All right, bring it. What else are we? Where are we heading now?
Are you gonna do a segment or me next?
No, just get your two because mine's a 3-parter and it's gonna be a little long.
Oh, okay. I don't even know if I should rephrase this or just play my clip. I'm gonna play my clip. It's because I just have to share. I just want to pick your brain about this.
Okay, send it. Let's do it.
We'll start with some basic questions. The sky is
in a world where it feels like nothing is as it seems.
Blue.
It's blue, of course. Oh, the sky's blue. The sky's blue.
1 + 1 is
2. 2. 2.
2. There's at least one truth we thought was indisputable.
And the Earth is
flat. Flat.
The Earth is flat.
My reality, my senses tell me that the Earth is flat and stationary.
Or so I thought. But for the people attending the first Flat Earth International Conference here in Cary, North Carolina, their Earth is indisputably not round.
Yeah, everybody here can agree on absolutely one thing, which is it is not a globe.
For centuries, a flat Earth was accepted as certainty until science and sailboats said otherwise.
One reason power is you never admit that there's someone bigger than yourself.
But in 2015, this guy, Mark Sargent, posted his flat Earth clues.
Shut up, Mark.
Hold on.
I am triggered. I'm very fucking triggered.
Perfect.
What are you bringing that crap in here for?
I was totally going to ask you to have that handy today, and I forgot. So thank you for coming
Trigger
clutch with
warning.
that.
What the hell?
Okay, so I have a story for this segment that I have. We went to Brandon's grandma's birthday party 2 weekends ago after we came back from Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
And Brandon's brother-in-law, Mark, I don't want to call him a conspiracy theorist, but he likes to dabble in that kind of stuff.
Sure.
And he was talking about how the earth is flat. And I was like, really? Tell me more. I was like, didn't we go to the moon? And he was like, oh, that's all fake too. Don't get me started on that. And I was like, all right. And so he was going off about just how the earth is flat. So even Carlos says the earth is flat 100%.
Dude,
and
that's troll. He's trolling your ass.
No, I'm just kidding. So he just went off about it. And I was like, well, if it's flat, why have we not like gotten to the edge of it? And he's like, Antarctica. All of the countries or whatever continents have signed a treaty that no one is allowed to go to Antarctica. Like it's off limits. And I was like, well, we've gone there. He's like, just a small little portion of it, but we haven't been able to explore the whole thing. And so I was like Googling before I even get to that. So I asked him, I was like, where do you even get this information? Like, how would I look this up? And he was like, TikTok land.
Oh, jeez.
I started crying. Oh my God, I was dying. I was like, TikTok, really? He's like, yes. He's like, that's why what they want to shut down TikTok is because it's so unfiltered and there's so much out there on TikTok. And so they want to shut it down, but they're using the whole China, corruption, whatever thing to shut it down, which is like, that does kind of make sense because like our phones, everything on this thing, everyone has access to. Like we are not like safe by any means. And so it does make sense that'd be like, oh, TikTok, we got to shut it down because China's getting our information. Like, bitch, they already have our information. They own us. And so I just was cracking up. So I was watching videos on TikTok about the flat earth and this and that. And I really don't care. I have a genuine opinion. I just find it entertaining. And I just wanted to share it with you because just the fact that he was like TikTok land, I was like, oh my gosh, to talk about this. So the earth is flat, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Is fake. If you have time to spare, if you are bored, everybody go onto TikTok and look up flat earth theory and you will find it all makes sense. It all makes sense.
Oh my gosh. Kevin says, I've been to the end of it.
I've been to the end of it. Oh yeah.
This guy says that.
Talk about aliens.
Yeah.
I mean, they do say there's aliens on the other side of Antarctica, so that makes sense, Kevin. You just outed yourself.
Dude, if anyone was an alien, Kevin is definitely an alien. So Men in Black, I do believe for sure.
Yeah, little baby dinosaur.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe you did that to me. That was a
You're not
complete
entertained?
180. Yeah, I'm entertained.
I told you I was totally bringing something different today. I was like, I'm done with politics. I'm done with COVID. I need a refresher.
Jeez, oh Pete. Carlos is totally in too. Look at him. He's all about it.
Don't be a cheap guy. See, Carlos my BFF. He's got my back.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
So
wow. Okay. That's perfect because you just set me up perfectly. I have a TikTok melody I want to show you.
Yes.
Man, how do I start this thing? Do you know any druggies by chance?
No, not at all.
Like growing up, did you have anybody that had addiction?
Oh, for reals? No.
Yeah.
Cigarettes and alcohol, but not drugs.
Like methamphetamines of any sort. Like real.
Not that I know of.
No. Well, I mean, I think you would probably know if you knew somebody.
So I'm gonna say no.
Okay, well, this is a depressing ass clip then because this is
Thank God.
This is gonna make a lot of sense though. When I heard this, my mouth just dropped open. It's a little long. It's about 2 minutes of these women, I like to say, going off about their Vyvanse and Adderall subscriptions not being up to snuff. You heard about this?
I know Adderall's a big thing right now.
They think they're being shorted or they're given placebo sugar pills and stuff like that. So these are junkies. These women on here are straight up. Listen
we
to
don't
it.
call them junkies. We call them tweakers.
Yeah, well, listen. Just here. Hold on 1 second. I need you to.
But my focus is
Just stay focused.
I need you to stay focused here.
Oh, I was
okay?
like, that sounds
So-
like Biden.
It is.
That woman's voice is very deep.
Well, his focus is to stay focused. So that's what I
Okay.
need you to do.
Focused. I'm not. I have ADHD.
Yeah. And so this is kind of, I thought of you in a way too. I'm like, maybe this is, maybe we need to have a talk offline here, but I'm just
I
want
did not have ADHD. Just kidding.
buckle up, Buttercup. Let's
All right,
go.
give it to me.
You're 100% not receiving Adderall. Coming from someone who is diagnosed ADHD and has been on this medication since I was 9, I'm currently 26. I did some research because I haven't been
9.
able to function lately. So this is my bottle, and I swear to you, it used to say Adderall XR 20 milligrams, not D-amphetamine. When comparing Dexedrine and Adderall directly, Adderall showed the ability to decrease symptoms of ADHD overall, and there was no evidence that Dexedrine could. I personally think they're giving us Dexedrine during this shortage, but that's just me.
Yeah, no, they're not working. I had to go take a drug test for my new job. And so, of course, I woke up that morning, took my Vyvanse. Like 2 or 3 hours later, I go do this drug screen. I just got my results back today. There's no amphetamines in my system.
Is it just me, or is anyone else's Adderall just not working? Like, I'm on like a 20 milligram extended release, and I feel like ever since everyone's been talking about the shortage and stuff, like all the new bottles that I get, I'm like, I feel like they only maybe work on some days, or I have to drink like coffee to like maybe get it to kick in. I don't know.
Y'all may have figured out why my Vyvanse isn't working. I was diagnosed with ADHD 10 years ago, and I've been taking ADHD meds on and off for 10 years, and this shit is different.
Okay, this is for anyone who takes any sort of like stimulant, Adderall, Vyvanse, Ritalin, Concerta, any of those. Excuse my language. This shit is not working. I don't know what they're giving us, but it's not it. It's not it. This isn't real. They're giving us a sugar pill, a placebo, something. Every single morning I used to take this. I would get like the instant butterflies in my stomach. I'd feel the need to go to the restroom, and it would be this extreme focus all day and like a terrible, terrible feeling right before I go to bed. A little bit of anxiety, and I couldn't fall asleep. None of that. Granted, it's helped my sleep, but that's how I know it's not working.
So there's discourse about ADHD meds not working lately, and there being like a national shortage. And I'm noticing it too. Some of my Vyvanse works, and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm gonna start making a chart because I'm on it right now. It's not working. So when it works, I can feel a come up where just like I sit there for a little bit. I'm like, yep, meds are kicking in, and then I do stuff like make appointments or clean or do my homework or read. And I don't make stupid little jokes constantly in my head. And I took it. I should have come up by now. And I'm thinking a lot of dumb stuff. So today's dose is not working, and they are from the same bottle. And but the other day it was working. So today I'm going to go get my refill because Walgreens said I have 5 days to get it, or they're going to just put it back because, why don't they just automatically send us the ADHD meds? Like, do they really expect us to come get it? Anyway, I'm going to make a chart, and when it works and when it doesn't work, and I will report back in approximately a month.
I'm sure there's more, but
Oh my God, they're so high. Like,
right?
They're all fucking having withdrawals. And in my head.
Oh my dear. I was like, you're sleeping better. You're feeling less anxious, and it's not working, but whatever. I don't even know where to start with
I
that
can't come
clip,
up. I can't get it up. Viagra.
Why do we have to go pick this up? Why don't they just deliver it to our door? Because it's a drug, dummy.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah,
Interesting.
I thought that I heard that clip and my mouth just dropped open. I laughed because it's sad, but these people that sounds like a druggie to me. That's exactly
They do.
Fits
They sound like
the
they're
mold.
like coming down and need a pick me up.
Yeah,
They're
my
definitely
stuff-
dependent on that stuff for sure.
And I don't know what the study is. That kid, she said she's on since she was like 9 or 10 or something like that. So
That can't be good.
You have to get used to it. So you have to keep upping stuff, right? Isn't that, I don't know if it works like that for that stuff.
No, I don't necessarily think you would grow a tolerance to it. Maybe some people do, but just like any medication, like people who take like heart medication or I don't know. I guess sometimes they do have to change the dosage, but to be on it for 9 years, that sounds like a long time.
Yeah, I
I've
thought
also
it was.
heard. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you got it.
I've also heard like ADHD is not real. Like it's not like it's misdiagnosed a lot in kids specifically. because like kids aren't naturally meant to just like sit still and focus and do
Right.
school. Like
Yeah.
they're meant to wander and be free and like do their own stuff. So when they're
Mhm.
forced to go against their like own being, then ADHD, give them drugs. Like no, it's a kid. Like they're not meant to be like for friend. Even us as adults don't sit still and do nothing without going crazy. So
Did you hear what you said there? You hit the nail on the head. Give them drugs. Just write it
yeah.
up. Give them the script
Load 'em up.
them, load them up with it, send them on their way. Done.
Money.
Yeah. Or hell, maybe even give them a sugar pill. It'll make their mind think that it is helping them, and then
Or
they'll be-
placebo.
yeah, we'll charge them $20 a pill. Not a big deal. No big deal.
Parents can afford it.
Yeah, they got insurance, but if they don't have insurance, it's really like a 10-cent pill. But you know,
Yeah.
whatever. So I just thought that was mind-boggling. I heard that on No Agenda. They played through that and had
Oh,
some stuff
nice.
to say to it. But I was just, yeah, those are druggies. From what little bit I've been around them in my life, that's kind of what they sound like to me. So
I mean, I would live amongst them now. So that does sound like not in my household. Is that what I meant? That's not what I meant. In the outside world, I don't want to name names, but I do frequent them pretty oftenly now. And they're very like,
mhm,
it's like,
as I say,
whoa.
I'm sure you know somebody or
down.
someone around you, because it's like my generation and under. So I feel like that's kind of where because they tried doing that to me when I was in school, because I wasn't sitting still and learning. But I was like, the teacher's droning on about dumb stuff I don't want to learn.
Yeah,
And
but it's really
so-
important now, right? Don't you need it every day in your life? What do you
And then
learn in
my
school?
mom, they told my counselor, my mom took me to the doctor. The doctor said, well, we can, he probably has attention deficit order, so we can give him this pill. They gave me, I'm assuming it's in the Adderall or something like that. I don't know, ADHD meds. I took them for a little bit, and my mom said, it wasn't my son. You just went into, you were just
Whoa.
it changed who you were. So
Yeah.
my mom said, yanked them, said, we're not doing that.
Good.
So
Your mom's a good mom.
she had to know with all to say, this isn't
Hell
what
yeah.
we're doing. So, because I learn differently. I can't sit there and watch you write something on a board and then it doesn't translate me. I need to do it a different way. So,
Yep. See, the school system sucks. So instead of putting money
yeah.
into that kind of shit, why don't we do something different with the school system?
yeah, well,
Maybe I wouldn't be a truck driver, then I'd have a cooler job or something.
it's coming around. I think the kids, maybe my daughter's generation, because we're getting to be more in charge now. So
Yeah,
we
we're
can
woke now.
Well, some of us are, but I think the other people are saying, we want school choice. We want to take the money. We want the money to follow a kid. We want to put them in this school or whatever fits this child better. That's kind of the route we're leaning towards more and more, I think. And states are coming around to it. So
Yeah.
that's a whole nother topic we could dive into. I don't have any clips on
Ooh,
it.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, I can dig that up for next show or something. But
Ooh,
I did moving on from that, if you're good with that, I got one more 3-parter to go through, and you're gonna love this because one, it's in the vein that you've been in numerous times about electric and battery powered cars and stuff like that. But it comes from my least favorite place, NPR News. So this is yeah, we're gonna be talking to you right now. Oh.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
Yeah. So this is a 3-parter and talking about how, I mean, if NPR is saying this stuff, then it's got to be getting into the mainstream media at some point, because they're talking about what they're trying to do is impossible, because you can't get that much material to make batteries. It's just not possible. So
Nope.
we're going to start with clip 1. And if you want to time out and pause it, you want to hit something on it, just tell me. I can pause it real quick. So not a big deal.
Cool.
Do I want to go electric or hybrid? The Biden administration would like you to. The administration wants at least half of new car sales to be electric in 10 years. To make that happen, car manufacturers need batteries, lots of them. But here's the thing. China has a tight grip on the materials and production needed to make those batteries. According to the International Energy Agency, China made 75% of the world's lithium-ion batteries in 2021. The U.S. made only 7%. This is yet another area where the U.S. and China are competing on the global stage. So we thought this would be a good time to ask how the U.S. can make progress on electric cars and renewable energy when China dominates the market. We called Amos Hochstein for that. He's the Special Presidential Coordinator for Global Infrastructure and Energy Security. In that role, he advises President Biden on energy as a national security matter, and his portfolio runs across agencies. So we thought he'd be a good person to talk about this, and he's with us now. Mr. Hochstein, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's great to be here, Michelle.
really great to have this conversation.
Well, thanks for that. So to start us off, is the U.S. in a race with China to acquire the materials for these car batteries?
I think we're in a race, not necessarily with China, but we're in a race to ensure that we have for the United States a diversified sourcing of these batteries and solar. So it's not just about the battery. So if you think about the way you just presented it, Michelle, we have the battery in it has a number of components, and the car has even more components. And they all come from places like Sub-Saharan Africa, from South and Central America, Southeast Asia. And we have to source those. So one thing President Biden wants to do is make more of those batteries here at home. We want to do more mining here at home, but we know we can't mine in the United States for everything that we need.
It's a little dry. It's hard to kind of focus, but I mean,
But my focus is just stay focused.
Just stay focused, and then you'll focus.
yeah,
Easy.
makes perfect sense. But 75% of the batteries come from China, which is pretty much what I thought, and 6% come from here. So they're filling in the rest in other places.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if we want everybody in 10 years to be on electric vehicles, that is just not possible.
Right? How many cars even is that? That's like a.
Oh, it's
And
it's
if we're trying to,
astronomical.
and they were trying to race China. Is that what he said? Race China to do this? But yeah, we need
no, the
China
NPR
to do it.
NPR lady said, "Are we in a race?" And he goes, "Not in a race necessarily, because the regulations and stuff in China are completely different than here. Mining that stuff is dangerous and dirty for one, and if you want to be carbon neutral by 2025 or 2032, then you can't have it both ways." So
Yeah, it's like defeats the purpose. Like trying to be carbon neutral, be green. It's like you don't know what it takes to get that stuff. And then when it's done, what do you do with it? They don't last forever.
yeah, well, they're up against that. They're up against that now, like recycling the solar panels and all that stuff. The windmills are a pain in the ass to get rid of once they hit their life expectancy, which
Right.
in the next 5 to 10 years, all the stuff is coming up to its 20, 25-year lifespan. So
Right. So what do we do with it?
yeah, well,
Go bury it somewhere? Go start a pile somewhere?
yeah, bury it. That's a good idea. We should do that. Just put it on the ground, just bury everything
Go
else.
take
like
it to
we do.
Ohio.
Yeah. Oh, hey, send it to space. Since Earth's flat, just send it up there.
Oh yes, yes. Just push it over the edge. Yes.
Hey, we got it. We
Ah.
solved your problem.
We solved
everybody.
the problem, you guys. You're welcome.
Take the stuff up to Antarctica and push it
Just
over the.
tear that Antarctica paperwork. Be like, okay, we can now go there. Just push all the trash over the edge. It's fine.
It's so cold that the batteries wouldn't leak and stuff. It would just freeze
They
everything
just freeze up and
solid.
just like deteriorate naturally and
Perfect.
just the dust. The aliens will take it.
Carlos said they don't allow children to do mining.
Yep. So it's more cost efficient in China.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, slavery. I mean, we can't say that here. Don't start it. All right, ready for clip 2? It's gonna just keep on with the insanity.
Yes.
We don't want China to control the supply for the whole world, just like we didn't want Russia to control the supply of energy for its neighbors. So we have to
So that's why we blew up their pipeline. Just want to throw that in there. We don't want Russia to control the energy. So yeah,
We don't want China to control everything more than they already do.
learn from the mistakes of the Russia war and now implement that here and make sure that when you buy that electric vehicle or you install that solar panel, that it's not controlled by one country.
So a fact sheet released by the White House last month said, quote, the U.S. is increasingly dependent on foreign sources for many of the processed versions of these minerals. Globally, China controls most of the market for processing and refining for cobalt, lithium, rare earths, and other critical minerals, end quote. As I said, this is from the White House.
Yeah.
How did we get to this point where China essentially has control over this market and the U.S. is playing catch up?
Over the last 10 years, China has invested in acquiring mines in primarily Africa and some in South America. So they own a lot of mining. They own a lot of the refining and processing of those materials. So when they come out of the ground, you got to turn them into battery grade material. And then they want to build the batteries. And we wanted things cheap. So we were willing to buy whatever was on the market at the lowest cost. China then reduced the cost, subsidizing it. We bought the cheap stuff from them, and our own industries went out of business.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know.
that woman needs to be taking some Adderall.
She's on a level.
Dude, because he's kind of droning on, and then she just comes in and it kind of shocks you out of what you're like, whoa, what? I was kind of listening to him kind of humdrum about stuff, but yeah, that's going through exactly what we talked about. You're just not going to be able to match. China's set themselves up for this. They've been building for it for 10 years, and now we're like, oh, we want to do that. We want to do something kind of like that. We're so
trying to
far
be better.
behind. Yeah. But by forcing people to go, I mean, not forcing necessarily, but if they outlaw gas-powered vehicles, that's forcing. So we'll see what happens.
No way. It's just so unrealistic. Like,
it is.
Diesel builds this country, literally.
Yeah, builds it and farms it.
Yeah, so the fuck are we gonna do when there's no more diesel trucks or anything? I'm not gonna have a job.
No, you're gonna get an electric dump truck. Duh. A battery the size of the whole truck. The underneath the truck is just all one big battery.
Just radiation vibrating through me all day long.
Yeah. I wonder why no one can get pregnant. Maybe because everybody has an electric vehicle. Oh, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
That's a conspiracy theory. Stop. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Settle down, Kyle. Only I do that.
Flat earther.
We can't both be crazy.
Yeah. Someone's got to hold this thing down. All right. One more.
Okay.
I'm interested in why this happened.
The why, it's not as much as the constituency, but maybe even to the contrary. What the Chinese wanted to do was to take away our industry. We even sued them under the Obama administration and accused them of anti-dumping, meaning that they were selling product for less than what it was costing them to produce. And so because we didn't think ahead of what is this doing to our industry, they essentially took us out of business. And we didn't really care because we think about things in a free market. We always talk about we want this to be in a free market. And one actor in this free market was acting exactly the opposite. They were subsidizing and pouring money into it and using their influence around the world to take over the supply chain. And once we lost the supply chain, we lost the industry. So if in 2010 we were the dominant solar power manufacturer, today we barely even exist. But that's all about to change.
Yeah.
Better watch out.
I mean, that was always the ongoing joke, right? Because if it came from the United States, it costs more. If you got it from China, you get the same product for less. Because they were far ahead of us in producing that stuff. I mean, textiles, drugs a lot of our drugs are made from stuff that they ship over to us. So, and then we compound it, or they send us the compound and then we turn it into pills and yada, yada, blah, blah. But, yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of, I just found it very curious that NPR is playing this stuff because this is the kind of stuff you'd hear maybe Tucker go through or hear, more of on the Fox side, more of the conservative Republican kind of stuff. So I thought that was interesting to hear a pretty left-leaning organization such as NPR to be kind of saying, yeah, China might not be so good because they're all trying to be buddy, but in the long run, for them to get to where they want to go, they have to get through China too. So,
right. Well, I mean, it just makes sense. But what did they say about we sued China for something?
Oh, because they were going against the conglomerate. We wanted everything to be a free market, and they wanted to pigeonhole it. Basically, what the United States would do. We want to be number one in manufacturing of whatever good
everything,
it is. But
yeah.
So heaven forbid China be able to be good at doing something else too. But
yeah, I feel like we're just trying to be better than them, and it's like, why don't we just be better?
But then we go and force ethical situations, like what Carlos said with the kids. Mining it or whatever the case may be. We have to, if you want to do it in the United States, you have to do it, by the book, by the law, and all that stuff. And it's like, well, I can move my Nike shoe factory over there, and I can do these things for $2 shoes and pay them $1 or whatever it is. And then if you do that in the United States, you need, we got minimum wage, which is now $15-20 or whatever, a 401k, health insurance. I mean, employee costs a lot of money. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, then you have the liability, and they have to be of
business
age.
insurance.
That's the other thing. Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, but I think everyone should keep their eyes on a lot of things, but this is also one that's I mean, they're trying to force us onto this kind of standard without having it backed up by
I just
actual
don't.
stuff that can do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this just sounds impossible. Like, we don't have the power grid for it. We don't have the resources for it. We don't have the money. Like, they're gonna force us to buy green electric cars. Like, I don't have the money.
Yeah.
That just sounds so dumb. Like, is there nothing like? What is? I don't know. Is this a distraction for something else?
Well, I mean, everything
Everything is a distraction.
like Russell Brand said, just one thing after another.
Russell
You-
Brand with a D.
whatever. You keep the crisis perpetually moving, and then nobody knows what's going to happen. So
Yeah, we're already over Ohio. We're already over everything. It's all on to the next thing. So
yeah,
Shame,
except if you're
shame.
gonna plant this year, they want you to check your soil. So wherever you're planting, they want a soil test of. Even in California, they're doing this too. So
there was a tornado in California.
I heard. Yeah, I heard about that.
Montebello.
Yeah, man.
I used to live by there. I took a roof off someone's house or like a building or
Or
something.
if you want to get into signs of the times, did you see the seaweed?
Oh, ew, that big like island size.
5,000 feet
Yes.
wide. It's wider than the United States.
It's a
coming right-
monster. There's a monster in there. It's gonna eat some people. Ugh, I don't like the ocean.
I don't remember who
Fuck
it
the
was.
ocean.
Maybe it was my wife said, yeah, that's just going to be a bridge. It's going to connect Africa to Florida. And then the mosquitoes are going to come right
Oh
in
no.
with Zika and all that stuff right up into here. So
Fucking Florida. Why do we let it be a state? Just kidding.
oh man, if Carlos is still on, he's going to say something about that. He just
Oh,
got back.
Sorry.
Everybody here goes and visits Florida. That's the place they go, apparently.
Oh, is it really? Oh, well. But what's going to be the
I
next
don't
big
get it.
distraction? Good
Oh,
question,
man.
Carlos. Have to stay tuned to find out. It'll probably happen tomorrow or next week.
I'll bring him on
It's
here.
always fucking something.
It
Oh,
always
good.
is
There you go.
something, Yeah, I know. I it's just been coming across hot and heavy between him and Kevin today, so I've just been trying to keep
Talk
up.
about aliens.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I had for my clips today. I felt like the last one was a little dry, but the first one was just unbelievable.
And my flat Earth one just killed it today.
Yeah, but I like how you line me up with the TikTok because TikTok
Oh, yeah.
is definitely
TikTok land.
that's just more proof that it's a piece of junk. So
Take it over, Oregon.
go for it. You can have that freaking place.
Ugh, this place is trash. I hate it here.
Come on.
So
Well, you're gonna have to
dirty.
come visit next year now because I'm booked this year. But
Yeah, I plan to come, so make sure it's vacant for me. I want to go to Dolly World.
Dollywood,
Dollywood, sorry. Dollywood.
Disney World.
Well, it's like
Dollywood.
Dolly World Disney. I don't know. And I want
Brand,
to Tennessee
brand,
or
whatever. Doesn't
Nashville.
matter.
Brand, Russell Brand. That's why when
Yeah.
you brought him up last time, I was like Russell Brand, and then I heard him, and I was like, oh, it's Russell Brand. And then you said it again right now.
Wow,
I was like, good lord.
Whatever, dude.
The
Thanks for
whole West
correcting me.
Coast could drop off the flutter. They can actually.
That's kind of
Pretty
what.
trash.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like might be happening. If that earthquake snaps off, bye at least California and Oregon.
It's part of the plan, man. It's all part of sweet baby Jesus' plan.
Exactly. Yeah. End of times. The earth is groaning for the return of the Lord. It's coming. Buckle up. Okay. I think we do have. I do believe we have. Yeah, you're stoked about this. We kind of mull over it because we get so pumped up about the clips, but let's not forget we do have the day in history.
Yeah, so today in history, today is March 23rd, 22nd. Shit.
No, you're right. 23rd.
23rd, yes. So today in 1806, Lewis and Clark completed the first U.S. expedition and began their return to Missouri.
Wow.
Yeah, so that
And,
happened.
most people know Lewis and Clark. That was kind of a big deal. So
Yeah, the homies. Not as popular as Christopher Columbus, but like adjacent, you know?
yeah, but less
Um,
offensive nowadays.
Less
it
offensive.
seems
So
like.
fuck, go fuck that guy.
Yeah, came in and just kidnapped and killed people.
I know, the poor Indians, poor world. In 2021, 2021, the Suez Canal was blocked after the mega freighter Ever Given ran into it, got stuck, got wedged in between there, and it
Yeah.
took 6 days to move the vessel.
Yeah, that was the whole like pivotal point for the supply issues we're still having It was because of that damn ship.
Yep, he had the big ass ship and just a little excavator, beep beep beep, trying to dig it out.
It's like, does anyone in Panama have like a 650X around here? Come on.
Yeah. Okay. In 2001, although it was only designed for 5 years of service, the Soviet-Russian space station Mir ended its 15-year orbit when it returned to Earth's atmosphere, and it fell into the South Pacific Ocean.
Now, did they get any pictures of a round Earth, or was it flat?
We'll never know.
Yeah,
it's not even real. They just went up into the sky and pretended to be. It's all like
the
have you seen
Truman Show.
Yes, I was just gonna say that. The Truman Show. Oh my gosh. When I was little, I would always think when the clouds, like it was really cloudy, it was just like the government, like, fixing a light in the sky, so they'd cover up with clouds and then they go fix whatever was there. Okay, I'll better. That's a really good movie. If you haven't seen that, The Truman Show.
Yeah, it might be more fitting today than it was when it came out.
Exactly. He's onto something. He's a genius.
Yes, he's something, all right.
1998, James Cameron's epic drama Titanic won
Oh, yeah.
11 Academy Awards, tying the record set by Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur.
Yeah.
A movie, Ben-Hur?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Me never even heard of it.
So 11's the max, then. It's tied.
I wonder if that's still the case. That was in 1998. Set the record.
That might be something worth looking up. I don't know. You
We'll
continue.
Google
I can look it
Email us or Brent or Kyle. Look it up.
Yeah, Carlos, get on that, dude.
Yeah, somebody in the chat. In 1857, American inventor Elisha Otis installed the first commercial elevator in a department store in New York City.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. The first elevator.
Yeah, things you take for granted, right? I mean, before
Stairs.
that, you had to take all your crap upstairs, moving up to the. I mean, hell, this is the 5th or 6th floor would be a fiasco.
Terrible. No, not for me. In 1775, Patrick Henry, a major figure of the American Revolution, delivered the well-known speech featuring the phrase, "Give me liberty or give me death."
Yeah, dude, I know that one too.
I know. That was for you.
Yeah,
I got you.
for me.
And then finishing it off with celebrity news.
Oh, good.
There was no good birthdays today that I recognize, so I went with the day this comes out. Perfect. Lady Gaga will be 36. Julie
wow.
Stiles will be 41. 10 Things I Hate About You. My favorite movie ever. Vince Vaughn will be 52.
What?
And then, I know.
Woof. Okay.
He's getting up there.
So are we.
Jonathan Van Ness from Queer Eye will be 35. He was just on an episode of Morbid, which was a really good episode. So if you like Queer Eye and Morbid, it was a pretty good episode. And then I have this little clippage for you.
You know, I might have been born just plain white trash, but Banksy was my name.
Yeah.
Reba McEntire, baby. Happy
Hell
birthday.
yeah.
She'll be 67.
67. Wow. Reba.
The queen of country. Thank you.
Yeah, she is.
She's fancy.
Good. Yeah, she is. All right. That was awesome. Let's wrap it up with that little.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me da.
That is your day in history from Light Tickle, everybody. Thank you,
Yes.
Devin. That was
You're
very
welcome.
informational. We love that.
No, I'm very good at that. Thank you.
Yeah, you do. You take the time and you put forth the effort, and that's what we need here. Need
Yeah,
more
one
of
day
you.
I'll show you guys my setup here. It's very fancy.
Your setup.
It's very state of the art.
Yeah. I can't wait till you put like a big fat head sticker on the back of that wall or something back there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know. I'll be curious. Hey, maybe
Put
after
Kevin's
you watch
mullet
that
dinosaur.
yeah, you watch that golf documentary, you might have a big old Justin Thomas or somebody back there, a big old picture of them.
All the homies.
Yeah.
Like
one
knife
of those.
golf swing.
Yeah, I mean they're handsome guys. I'm sure you'll find something you like there.
I'm sure they all look like Brandon. Cool white guy.
But don't put a picture of Brandon back there because that'd just be
His
weird.
big old head.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you know what I should put? So today, side note, Brandon texted me because Irie's on this baseball team coming up here soon.
Mhm.
And he's like, "Can you send me a picture of her for her like headshot or whatever?" And Everyone go, if you're listening to this on the podcast, you should go find this on the YouTube or the Facebook because it's pretty funny. But she took this photo when we were in Tahoe, and it looks like she's 40 years old who got like too much work done. And it's like a gem in my phone. So let's see if I can figure out how to do
this. That's her?
Yeah.
Holy
she had
moly.
it like super close, and then she had like a blanket over her head, so like the light was overexposed, and she was making this like face. And so I said
Reba
that's
McEntire?
after she had too much work done. Yeah, and then her hair looks orange and everything. It was oh man, I was dying. That was just like the funniest photo.
That's funny. That's
so I sent that to him. I was like, you should use this as her headshot.
Oh my
and
gosh,
he was like, she would
never,
kill us.
Never let that down. Oh my dear.
Payback's a bitch. I'm just kidding.
That's right. That is right. Well, Devin, I think I think you pretty much got her taken care of here.
That was pretty fun.
It was fun. A lot of information. Feel free.
A lot of good facts about the earth.
Yeah, you started off ready. That was a good way to start it for sure.
It's good.
Just the kind of quality we like to have here at the show.
Yeah. Good solid facts every weekend. Every other week we will bring it to you.
Oh, did you say every weekend? Is that what you want to go to? I don't think you can keep up.
I don't think I could either. No. I could barely keep up with this.
I know. She's like, oh God, I don't have this joke lined up. I'm like, don't just go with what you got then.
Oh yeah. Well, I wanted to have it tie in like it did last week, but I had nothing good, and I had my basketball one ready, so I was like, I'm just gonna stick to the basketball next week though.
It was
or next time.
And the sound clips of match. A couple of those last ones you did were just like,
yes. Funny. If I can get like a little in there, because you have all your like cool buttons and stuff. I'm like, I want something like that.
Well, you do have a mini version of that.
4. I maxed out. Might have to start whipping out the laptop and figuring out how to play stuff on there.
Yeah, man.
Then we'll go real wild in here.
Oh, jeez. Devin with a little control of the buttons. We're gonna be in for it. Yeah. All right, everybody. Remember out there, you gotta.
But my focus is just stay focused
and be safe this week. All right. Go. Hope your basketball bracket holds together for another week or so.
Yeah, get those touchdowns right.
Touchdowns. Kick a field goal? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Colazo. Peace out, Pickens.
Hey, Devin, have a good one.
I want to get going because I keep you here too long because you know all what I've said, and you know what I've done, and you know what we're doing, and you know what I know what you're doing.
Mother trucker, dude. That hurt like a butt cheek on a stick.
All right, we're clear of the podcast. Good job, Devin. Woohoo!
Good job. Oh, you should have had that ratchet clip at the end of it.
Oh, it's so ratchet, dude.
I listened to the show last time and I saw that you added the little clip at the end.
Oh, I have it. I do
That's
have
my
it.
ratchet
on
pair.
Oh, God. Thank you to Carlos and Kevin for chiming in tonight. That was great.
Hell
Appreciate
yeah.
you guys'
Come back next
support. Time. Yeah. Come back and help us out. That makes the show just a little more interactive, I think. What are you looking at?
It says that they're on YouTube or that Carlos is on YouTube and Kevin's on Facebook. That's pretty cool. So you know what they're streaming from.
Mm-hmm. Yep. A little red dot and a little blue dot.
Yeah. So now we can say if you're on YouTube, you can still chime in.
Well, I
didn't know that.
I paid Carlos to check out on YouTube just to bump our numbers a little bit because I said no one's watching on YouTube. Like, come on, man.
Kevin owes me for watching. I charge him to watch us.
Yeah. I think Kevin's busy buying bath water or something from somebody. Farts in a jar, weirdo.
Farts in a jar. He's looking at that girl's Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. All right. Well, let's sign off here and
we have a friend really fast. Sylvia.
Oh, that's my mom. My mom's in.
Hi, Mom. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry if we were inappropriate.
Show's half based on inappropriateness. So I mean, it's
a little bit.
Oh, I mean, you could have an older-ish child listen to this.
Older-ish, mature child.
Yes. Yeah. It's a little heavy at times, but we try to keep it light. Light tickling. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll be out on the podcast on Tuesday. So if you didn't catch it here, check it out on whatever you listen to it on. Have a good one.
Bye.
do.